Hi everybody, Armored Pants here, and I have another video for you. This is another Tank Legion video, so we're going to have a look at some gameplay in Tank Legion. And particularly what we're going to look at today, as we see, it's going to be a skirmish battle, which is basically getting a certain number of kills, in this case 10, first team to 10 wins. And I'm running the tier 4 pattern. Just to recap, in Tank Legion as opposed to Blitz, there's a significant difference in that there's only 5 tiers compared to the 10 in Blitz. But of course, the big difference is that there are kind of 2 tiers within each tier. So effectively, it is kind of like Blitz, and that there's 10 tiers. Although, if you want to be really strict about it, there's only 5. So this is a tier. So basically, this is kind of like it's the Pershing, not the pattern. So this is kind of like equivalent to its tier 8. Blitz equivalent to Pershing is this tier 4 in Tank Legion. Now, what we're going to look at today is the use of consumables, but in particular one which is not in Blitz, which is the ability to call in air support. Now, this game is sort of similar to Blitz in many ways. Also, I've never played it, but a lot of my former 101 clan mates have told me that it is also very similar to a game they used to play back in the day called Battle Supremacy. Now you can see here I've called in air support, right? So what I'm doing is you hit the consumable here on the right hand side, and what I did was then I just targeted, and you can see here the hit coming in, and I actually get some damage from that. We're going to call in air again in this, and we're looking in a bit more detail, but I just want to show you this is a very interesting feature, and one which is not available in Blitz. Now, you know, Tank Legion, obviously it's not as complex and not as complicated as Blitz, right? So there's a lot less features in it. Also the graphics are not, of course, as let's say good or as high quality as they are in Blitz, but you know, it's much more low-key, much more relaxed, and it's just a bit of fun, to be honest. You know, I find it a lot more fun, and one of the great things about it is, guys, it doesn't have the toxicity that you have in Blitz, which is a key feature of Blitz. But of course, it's definitely not as complex or as rewarding a game. But one of the good things is, though, if you are a good Blitz player, you would be a great Tank Legion player because the skills are transferable. But you also have a lot of players in here who've never played Blitz. So things like angling, you know, circle of death, switching between shell types, HE, AP, which are 2 shell types you have to max damage. And these are all skills. Concentrating fire, map awareness, continually moving, all of these things. These are all skills in Blitz that you can easily transfer here to become a very good Tank Legion player. So as we look here at me, I'm rounding on this enemy tank. You can see here I'm going to get into a brawl with him. And you know, if you've got brawling features, skills as you would have acquired in Blitz, you can see here that they are very easily transferable and allow you to really get to grips with the enemy and do some damage. You can see here, nice Frodo round right up the bum there. If you don't know what Frodo round is, it's a round where, like Little Hobbit, you recently had your ring destroyed. So you know, it is a decent game. You know, I kind of don't play it that much, but I do enjoy playing it, and really I play it sort of when I want to sort of, you know, get a bit of downtime from Blitz if you're all blitzed out, or get away from what I frankly think is bullshit matchmaking in Blitz at the moment. You know, Wargaming continually fuck around with matchmaking, and at the moment, you know, they're messing around. I did a video about this before Christmas where I think that they're trying to get everybody to like between 48 and 52%, because then people will care less about win rate and it will reduce a lot of toxicity, etc., which is a reason that a lot of people quit Blitz. I actually did a survey on that before Christmas. As we see there, I get ultra kill here. I did a video about that before Christmas. Now here I am calling in air support again. What you do is you move the cursor, you then double click, and then the air support comes in. You can see the air support coming in here just overhead, bombs away, and I got a bomb hit, as you can see there, the indicator. And if you're looking for the air support, it's on the right hand side here as we mark it. with the consumables. Obviously, you can't use all the time. There is a cooldown period, as you have with your consumables in Blitz as well. You also have, you see there, tank repair kits and medical kits. And there's also a smoke bomb option where you can deploy smoke bombs so that the enemy can't see you. So in ways, there are dynamics to this game which are, in a way, maybe somewhat better in that, more realistic, calling in air support than Blitz. But of course, they will not appeal to the purists amongst us who just want to have tank battles. But there are additional features which are pretty good and which allow you to have a bit more dynamic gameplay than you can in Blitz. There's an MVP game, by the way, which is kind of, it's not quite the same as a mastery game. It's much easier to get MVP than it is to get mastery game. But it's kind of the accolade that you can get within Tank Legion is your MVP. And as I said, if you're a good Blitz player, another kill, mega kill for me. If you're a good Blitz player, you will be a very, very good Tank Legion player, because those skills that you've acquired, and what I don't have is money, but what I do have is a certain set of skills I've acquired over the year that make me a nightmare for Tank Legion players, to quote another famous Irishman. So there, by the way, you can see you can respawn this game. We discussed that before in a previous video. So respawning, obviously, is a fantastic tactic, because it means you can go a bit more balls out than you can in Blitz, because when you get killed in Blitz, it's game over, right? But in Tank Legion, you can, death is only in the beginning, if I can quote another movie, which I think was Dracula. So, so overall, it is a decent enough game. But I thought today we would just talk about, well, of course, some of the difference, but what we talk about in particular is the ability to call in air support, as you saw there, and those that damage that you get from air support also contributes towards your team winning. And you can see there, MVP delivered for Armored Pants in Tank Legion, with the help of that's from above in the sky. You can write the answer in the comment section if you want to. If not, who cares? So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it useful. And now I guess all that remains for me to say is, as always, cheers, mush, and pants off.